watching out for you. This is Newswatch 12 at 5.
Let me be clear. Coronavirus is in our communities. We should be prepared for thousands of cases in Oregon. These actions I'm taking today have two main goals: to slow the transmission of the disease and to preserve hospital capacity for those who will need it the most.
Newswatch 12 brought you Governor Kate Brown's announcement live as breaking news this morning. Major changes to American way of life have been ordered by federal and state officials in the last 24 hours. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Brian Moore.
And I'm Alicia Rubin. New information on the virus and its impact is constantly coming in. Over the next half hour, we're going to break down what changes officials are implementing and how they impact you. We're going to show you which organizations are having to make some major changes, and we'll have the latest update on cases in our region and across the U.S. And we have team coverage for you tonight. Newswatch 12's Leah Thompson is live in Ashland, and she's talking about reaction from people and businesses on the latest COVID-19 developments. And
it really is a national implication for all of our aspects of this particular virus. Daryl Forges joins us now live from Atlanta. He's going to show us the impacts on the travel restrictions are having in the United States and some of the confusion that came as a result of that. We'll also bring you up to date on what else is happening in our area as a result of that virus.
Good evening. The coronavirus outbreak continues to impact people all across the country, especially for travelers. We're now learning that one American Airlines pilot based out of Dallas-Fort Worth has the coronavirus. And speaking with people here at the busiest airport, Hartsfield-Jackson International, some travelers have mixed reviews when it comes to taking to the skies during the coronavirus outbreak. Americans are still traveling for now.
This virus, we have to be safe, but we still want to travel.
Got some gloves. You know, trying to stay away from a lot of people, you know, just being mindful and being cautious.
This after President Trump on Wednesday announced restrictions on travel from Europe to the U.S.
We will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days.
But the president's initial announcement later required some important corrections. The travel suspension doesn't apply to all of Europe. It applies only to 26 countries, including France, Germany, and hard-hit Italy, not the UK and Ireland. American citizens, permanent residents, and some of their family members can still travel home. Vice President Mike Pence Thursday morning added,
Americans coming home will be funneled through 13 different airports. They'll be screened, and then we're going to ask every American and legal resident returning to the United States to self-quarantine for 14 days.
The restrictions still causing concerns for Americans returning from abroad.
I was pretty nervous about not being able to go home.
Now, the travel restrictions from and to Europe will take place and start and go into effect Friday at midnight. Now, also, we asked the president whether or not there will be possible travel restrictions within the country. He says that has not yet been discussed, but is on the table. We're live in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Daryl Forges. Back to you.
Thank you, Daryl. And there are 3 new presumptive cases of the coronavirus in Oregon. That brings the state total to 24.
None of those new cases, though, are in southern Oregon. 1 case is in Clackamas. 2 more cases were reported in Washington County. That brings that county's total to 10. Those new cases are considered community spread cases. 96 people are waiting on test results right now. More than 250 people are being monitored for the virus. There are no cases being reported in Curry, Josephine, Lake, or Siskiyou counties. As we mentioned earlier, Governor Brown announced new regulations today. Large gatherings of more than 250 people will be forced to cancel. Are at least 60 years old or have underlying health conditions should avoid gatherings of more than 10 people. Schools, at least for the moment, will remain open, but non-essential gatherings should be canceled or limited. This includes field trips, games, conferences, or large meetings. Again, that's just a quick rundown. We have the complete list on our website at kdrv.com.
And the Oregon Shakespeare Festival canceled all of its performances today. There will be no shows through April 8th. Almost all of their theaters go over that 250-person cap on events. The Criterion Theater in Medford is postponing or canceling its events over the next 4 weeks. It's still working to figure out which events will be canceled and which ones can be rescheduled for a later date. The box office will be reaching out to people who have bought tickets to let them know how they will be impacted. The Ashland Independent Film Festival will not be taking place as originally planned. It was scheduled for April 16th through the 20th. The film festival is working on alternative festival plans and will keep you updated as soon as those announcements are made. And a lot of people in our region are still processing all of the information that's come out in the last 24 hours, and that's still coming out.
Yeah. Newswatch 12's Leah Thompson is live now in Ashland. 2 different events have already been canceled in the city. Leah, how are people there feeling about all the cancellations and changes?
Honestly, people have a lot of mixed emotions. They understand why these big events need to be canceled. They're worried about the local business impact it'll have. Today, we've been receiving a long list of cancellations or events being postponed. One of those is the Ashland Independent Film Festival. It was supposed to happen next month. The festival says it's working on a new plan, so that doesn't mean it's canceled. The Oregon Shakespeare Festival is getting hit the hardest. The next 4 weeks, all shows are canceled. Lynn Wallace from Ashland is one of those people with mixed emotions about all of this.
I feel very sad that this whole thing is happening, but it is happening. Therefore, I'm just in the middle totally. I really am. Yeah. Good and bad. It's a bad thing when you have a pandemic.
Most of the people I talk to, like Wallace, says they don't really know what to do during a pandemic. It's a learning experience for a lot of people. Now, coming up tonight on Newswatch 12 at 6, like I just mentioned, 4 weeks of shows at the Oregon Shakespeare Festival have been canceled. I'll give you the latest details right out from OSF. Live in Ashland, Leah Thompson, Newswatch 12.
There are a lot of other local events that have been canceled or postponed because of the governor's announcement. You're seeing a few of them on your screen right now. One of the latest ones to be canceled is the Josephine Shrine Circus that was supposed to happen today at the Josephine County Fairgrounds. You can find a complete list on our website at kdrv.com. Also a scrolling list at the bottom of your screen right now.
And